So our building had a big problem with people calling in sick when they weren't actually sick. You know the type. Got a cold every other Monday, extended weekends by a day. Management hated it. So our boss, Mrs. Pemberton, came up with a solution she clearly thought was genius. She announced in a team meeting that anyone who achieved perfect attendance for an entire calendar year would receive a trophy. A big one. Personalized. She even pointed to the empty shelf above the water cooler where it would live, and said, "This will inspire excellence." Nobody really took it seriously because, honestly, it felt like a participation trophy for adults. But me? I have the immune system of a steel bucket and the work ethic of someone who needs rent money, so I was in. Months passed. Mrs. Pemberton made the same announcement at every team meeting, like it was some grand prize that required constant reminding. Meanwhile, my coworkers kept calling in. Nothing dramatic, just the usual flu seasons, dentist appointments, the random Monday blues. I came in every single day. No sick days. No personal days. I even showed up on the day my car broke down and I had to take 3 buses to get there, arriving 10 minutes late but still clocking in. My manager never acknowledged it, and honestly that was fine. I just kept showing up. Then December hit, and on the last working day of the year, Mrs. Pemberton sent an email. It said, and I am not making this up, that the trophy had been ordered and would be awarded on January 2nd at the all-hands meeting. She wanted to make a big deal out of it. She wanted the CEO to be there. January 2nd arrived. The CEO walked in with Mrs. Pemberton, who was carrying a small velvet box like she was presenting an Olympic medal. She looked at me and smiled and said, "You know who earned this? My name. Perfect attendance, 12 months straight." The CEO shook my hand, Mrs. Pemberton opened the box, and I looked down at this beautiful engraved trophy that said, and I'm quoting exactly, "Presented to my name for outstanding commitment to attendance excellence, as verified by Human Resources." It had my full legal name on it. And here's the thing. On the shelf above the water cooler, Mrs. Pemberton had also mounted a small brass plaque, and on that plaque was the name of the award, the year, and a blank line for future names. So I held up the trophy, turned to the room, and very politely said, "Thank you so much for this. I want everyone to know I'll be taking tomorrow off. I've earned it per the award criteria. I already verified it, so I don't think I need to ask." The room went completely silent. Mrs. Pemberton opened her mouth and closed it. She opened it again. You could see the gears turning. She said, "Well, technically," and I said, "Technically the award says, Outstanding Commitment to Attendance Excellence as verified by Human Resources." I passed the verification. The trophy itself is proof of that verification. If you don't want recipients to take verified time off, maybe don't put it on an engraved trophy that a CEO hands out at a mandatory all-hands meeting. She had no response. She actually asked HR if she could rescind the trophy and was told, very firmly, no. It was company property at that point. Or rather, it was my property because the engraving was on it. The next day I came in and placed the trophy on my desk, and in the weeks that followed, 2 people in my department used it as a reference when questioning other policies. Mrs. Pemberton stopped mentioning the award at team meetings. She stopped putting it on the agenda entirely. The shelf above the water cooler stayed empty. I still have that trophy. I took a photo of it next to my empty desk on the day I finally quit. And honestly, it was the most satisfying thing I've ever framed.